No one knows R. Kelly and doesn't know his top accuser from back in the years, Lisa Van Allen. That's just how popular one can get for lying on the R&B king. While many women have made it their business to tell the worst lies ever about Robert Sylvester Kelly, Lisa Van Allen has taken it to another level. She carried forward lies she made as early as 2008 when she testified against R. Kelly, hoping to have him locked up, something which did not happen for her then, and bringing it all forward into the Chicago federal court, where she gave yet another shot at pinning obstruction of justice charges on the R&B king. Thankfully, again like before, she did not succeed, and R. Kelly was acquitted of these bogus charges along with his two co-accused Daryl McDavid and Milton June Brown. After failing at her 2008 attempt to take down the R&B king, scorned ex-girlfriend Lisa Van Allen did not stop talking or change the narrative that suggested she had been 17 years old and therefore a minor when she first met R. Kelly. When she decided to tell this despicable lie among several others, she appeared to have been motivated by two things. First, this was to protect herself from getting charged for sleeping with minors, as her testimony, which suggested she was involved in triangular encounters popularly known as threesomes in which the alleged victim Rashonda participated, were self-incriminating. And second, this would qualify her as a victim too, and she would stand to receive a share of any restitutions R. Kelly would have had to pay had he lost the case. She therefore continued with this narrative at every other interview she took, including one she did with Vlad. It wasn't until she was busted that she dropped this talk of having been 17 years old, but she undeniably managed to carry on with a lie of this magnitude and nature for decades. For this reason, the world was in shock to see her take the stand again as a government witness in an attempt to incriminate R. Kelly by forcing obstruction of justice charges on him. It is still unbelievable that the government could have been short of witnesses to justify their false claims, to a point of thinking bringing such a perpetual liar renowned for being untruthful under oath could pass without notice. It shows just how desperate the government was to see R. Kelly locked up more than stand for the truth and let justice prevail. As if government bringing a perpetual liar to the stand to abuse the honorable court of the United States was not enough, Lisa Van Allen along with her adult co-accusers Kitty Jones and Asante McGee were in 2019 seen receiving awards at the Variety Power of Women event, where they were given a standing ovation. Real victims around the world who overcome so much never get to receive. It's interesting to learn that women are now becoming famous overnight for strategically dating a celebrity, and later telling lies about them in the courtroom with all sorts of immunities gifted to them, and that they are going as far as receiving awards for this. Meanwhile, almost each one of these women has written an Amazon book describing their lives with R. Kelly, and Van Allen's is titled Surviving the Pied Piper. What a shame. Introduced as authors on this day, I doubt Lisa Van Allen knew what was coming next that would see her name scrapped off the Chicago victim list, demoting her from an accuser to the rank of just another government witness. After learning that she was no longer recognized as a victim, and therefore no longer a potential beneficiary from restitutions after her real age at meeting R. Kelly had been busted, she was no longer interested in testifying. However, the government felt it needed her in order to justify the obstruction of justice charges, and because they knew her major secrets and therefore had her in their pocket right where they wanted her, she had to oblige and finally testified while shedding crocodile tears. Meanwhile, the latest of declarations and news about Lisa Van Allen is that she is now penniless, broke and homeless, and that she is seeking help from well-wishers through a GoFundMe fundraiser. It's rather strange to learn that this is how low many of R. Kelly's accusers have dropped, from living a celebrity lifestyle filled with shopping sprees and lavish spending to homelessness and having to ask for public sympathy on a crowdfunding website. This should serve as a lesson to any young women out there who think dating a celebrity and later blackmailing him can be an easy ticket to cross over from poverty to wealth. If anyone wishes to know exactly how this movie ends, they should go ask Van Allen, for she will definitely know. Starstruck at 18, Lisa Van Allen has no excuse for making the decision to be with Kelly, considering, like many others, she was of age and able to consent. Having confessed to having encounters with minors, it's hard to understand why she hasn't been indicted yet and tried like they did R. Kelly. Meanwhile, with a confession already, it should be a quick run through the courtroom to prison. Her current financial situation may not even allow her to raise money for bond, and she may need pro bono legal services, for she may not afford an attorney. Many people who watched the awards ceremony at which Lisa and her colleagues were recognized for their works have learned to make a joke out of it, suggesting that the trio probably received an award for Biggest Liars of 2019, considering they did a great job lying on the R&B king and causing him all kinds of legal problems. According to Big Mama, someone explained to me how R. Kelly is still locked up for all this time when everyone with a brain knows well that he should be free, and every lying woman, prosecutor and judge is enjoying freedom. This is just pathetic to see that they are trying to kill this gentle soul. I will keep blasting his music until he is free again and nothing will stop me. By the look of things, Lisa Van Allen is supposed to be in prison for perjury, considering she did tell lies as early as 2008 at trial when she said she had been 17 the day she met R. Kelly in order to implicate him as an abuser. Luckily she did not succeed. Lying under oath equals to perjury. But for some reason only God knows, nothing has been done to punish her acts, because if they do, it will cause the whole world to know that R. Kelly is a victim of deceitful scorned women. According to Harold Phillips, to me, our justice system here is so unfair and against Black Americans. R. Kelly is getting a real tease of what Tupac suffered when he was falsely accused by a lying woman, suggesting that he forced her to have an encounter with him. You know what I mean? I just wish R. Kelly had taken heed of Tupac's words about not trusting the wrong people. I pray that the higher court of the land sees R. Kelly's side of the story and finally grants him the justice he deserves. According to Jonathan Clark, it's clear the judge had an agenda, and that was to lock up yet another rich and iconic black man. R. Kelly did not have to entice anyone, and they did not even prove that charge. Kelly is the one who was technically being lured to be with these women, but the judge overlooked everything just so they can send another successful black man to prison. That's just dirty how they did this man R. Kelly, and for this the judges should be disqualified. Thank you for watching today's video, a production of LFN Media, giving you another perspective of issues at hand. We make it our business to keep you updated with the truth amidst the cloud of lies the media wants you to believe. It is therefore important to subscribe to this channel, hit the bell icon and allow all notifications so that you don't miss out whenever we publish a new video.